Jewels of the Oracles from Discus and Eloy Productions sends the players back in time thousands of years to rediscover a civilization where knowledge is revered over physical and military power, and the ritual of adulthood revolves around a lengthy series of challenging puzzles. As the game begins, you have just uncovered the archaeological legacy of that mysterious and ancient civilization. You are led to this exquisite sculpture of jewels, and just as you reach out to touch it, it explodes into its component parts. In order to regain this historic treasure, you must become the first person in thousands of years to complete the puzzle ritual. You are not alone in this trial. The mysterious oracle travels with you everywhere, but like most oracles, it will only offer you the most cryptic comments as hints.
Do not display strategy with spirituality. Your spiritual self must be your strategic self.
The visuals are painstakingly rendered with an eye toward authenticity.
Instead of having, this absolutely shiny, glossy, pretty, brand new looking box in this room, I wanted to make it look really worn and chipped and broken and scratched and wrecked. Because, the whole premise of this particular game is that it's about somewhere between 5 and 7,000 BC.
All of the game devices and puzzles are located around a central well room.
As far back as you can go, in recorded history that is, there's always been some kind of a soothsayer, a shaman, somebody who has this special knowledge of something beyond normal experience. And for some reason that has always been associated with secret wells. So, that's why the game is called Jewels of the Oracle. The Oracle and the well are historically very, very accurate.
Designer Cortland Shakespeare is very concerned with historical authenticity, even in this non-historical game.
All the names that I use throughout the script and in the rooms and what things are called are all fairly legitimate in the sense of I've gone to ancient Indo-European languages and just done some translations. But secondly, I've tried to use some names of early tells or sites of cities that would have been from around the time.
The puzzles don't come with any sort of instruction. You have to figure out what to do from context and the vague clues given by the oracle. When you do solve a problem, you're rewarded with one of the scattered jewels. As you collect these jewels, you slowly restore the temple to its ancient glory.
There's 9 that are actually based on very historical and, I guess you could say, forever popular games, as opposed to puzzles. Puzzles is such a restrictive term. I've got to come up with some new words for that. There's also a couple of old logic or strategy, I guess I have to call them puzzles, which I've tried to adapt and turn into something that is visual, something that you can play like a toy or a device.
When Jewels of the Oracle is complete, it'll have more than 30 puzzles, each one challenging, historical, and very atmospheric. Look for it on the shelves in March.